Hi, and welcome to Thoughts Over Coffee, giving you the time and the space to think and connect with others. And welcome to today's video. If you've got 5 minutes, join us for today's video and podcast. Today, what we're going to be looking at is what I call the 15-minute rule. Do you find that you're having difficulty with time? Time is just never enough, 24 hours, but you just can't cram everything in within that 24 hours. Are you spending a lot of time on one thing and not necessarily devoting hard focused minutes into that particular subject? Here's something that I have used for years and I find is really critical in helping me get through the day and getting so much done in my life. And for those of that know me personally, they will know that this is so true. And it's one thing that I coach so often as well. So welcome to my 15-minute rule. So, if you go back through history and look at some of the very early speeches, some of the early stories told around the campfire, they've all got something in common. They were never more than about 15 to 20 minutes maximum in length. Which is quite interesting. If you go back to the old days of film, the early films were all 15 minutes long. Now there's a reason for this. The human mind and the human brain and the human attention cannot last longer than 15 minutes, even 20 minutes. If you go back to the World Wars, gunners used to have a 15, maximum 20-minute stint in the seat with a machine gun. Why? Because the attention span is only so long. So having a hard and fast 15-minute rule, concentrating for 15 minutes is absolutely critical. If you look today, today's films are a lot longer. Actually, some of the latest films are like 2 hours 30, 3 hours. And actually, if you're watching Lord of the Rings, wow, that is really mind blown in the time that takes. But if you look, each of them have approximately 15 minutes where the scene changes. Something happens that's different. You can look at that in computer games if you've got an Xbox or a PS4 and you've got children that play on computer games or you play on computer games. You'll notice that a lot of the events, a lot of the scenarios are for 15 minutes and then they change tack completely. Why is this? To help you to be able to concentrate, to be able to help you to mind so it doesn't start wandering. If you think about it, lots of people do conference calls these days, lots of Zoom is now happening. The question's got to be, why do these things last for so long? Often they're in for half an hour or even an hour for a team call. Why is that? How do you actually keep the concentration if you've got that amount of time that's in there? Is it any wonder that people's minds start wandering? Social media comes out after about, funnily enough, 15 minutes. So the best way if you're doing these sorts of things is to juggle it up, much like films, much like video games, juggle it up and do lots and lots of different things. But if you can keep it to 15 minutes of concentration, wow, you really got the attention of others. If you also want to see this in motion, if you look at any TED Talks, which you can then see on YouTube, if you look at all the TED Talks, there are some major things that are discussed in TED Talks. How long do the speakers have? Yep. You guessed it, 15 minutes. So if they can talk about a lot of things in 15 minutes, just think what you can do as well within that time period. I hope that's really given you something to think about. Are you good with 15 minutes or do you find that you ramble on longer? Put your comments. It'd be great to have them down below. If you're listening on the podcast, please click the YouTube link. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more of these videos on a regular basis. We are now uploading every other day. So do join us for more hints and tips. Thanks for joining us on Thoughts Over Coffee, and we'll see you very next soon on the next podcast and video. Cheers. Bye.